Hey guys, hey, welcome back to my YouTube channel, guys. This is your girl Maxine, all the way from Zimbabwe. Okay, guys. In today's video, we are going to be talking business with Maxine, business. Okay, guys, as happy as I look, as smiley as I look, guys, I got scammed like last week or 2 weeks back. Not I got scammed, we got scammed. So guys, today I am going to tell you how I got scammed. Then I'm going to give you 3 tips on how to avoid getting scammed, and I'm going to give 2 bonus tips on people who are starting out their businesses. So all in all, I'm giving 5 business tips today, guys. 5. Okay, so let's get into the story. So my boyfriend is into solar panel installations and what, but then it includes solar installations and balls. You get me? So guys, when he's busy with work and stuff, I help him with the admin part of his business. I am very familiar with business. I'm an entrepreneur myself. I have a number of projects or a number of hustles that I do. So I help him with the admin part of his business. So what happened, guys, is he received a text message from people who claimed in courts. He received a text message from people who claimed to have a lodge in Victoria Falls. So they wanted him to do a solar system for their lodge, so that it could be a backup for Zesa electricity, because electricity, there is a lot of load shedding in Zimbabwe. So solar is the way to go, guys. Let me go back to the story, guys. So the guy wanted my boyfriend to do a solar system for his lodge. So what happened is he forwarded the text to me, and I called the guy, and the guy is like, yes, the project is even what's the word, as in, his whole point was they are late. They should have initiated the project a long time ago. So he was like, we need to start the project as soon as possible. So after he said that, I then told him that we'll need to do a site visit and then see how we are going to do the job and stuff, etc. So he said that you will have, yes, that's a good idea, but since I'm going to be out of Zimbabwe by the weekend. I think that day was a Thursday. Was it a Thursday or Friday? It's like, I am going to be out of Zimbabwe by Saturday. So I will need you guys to be in Victoria Falls by 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. And we live in Harare. So I'm like, how are we supposed to do that? And it's like, okay, let me give you the contact details of an airline agency that we use. We're like, okay, it's fine. So we contacted the airline agency, and they said that for 2 people, because my boyfriend had to go with his colleague to do the site visit. So he said for 2 people that would be 1,970. By the way, I got scammed 500 bucks. We got scammed 500 bucks. So he said that for 2 people that would be 1,970, and we legit did not have the money. We didn't have that kind of money on us. So we called him and we told him that you will have to maybe look for another service provider, and he's like, okay, it's fine, thank you. After that, he called again. He's like, it's fine, I've decided. How much do you guys have? And we told them that we have 500 bucks, and he's like, okay, I have decided that I will pay, you will just pay the 500, and then I will pay the rest from my own pocket, because I cannot release the tender funds to you yet, because you are not on, you can only release the tender money once the service providers are on ground. So we said, okay, it's fine. So we paid. I'm actually the one who made the payment. I made the payment through EcoCash, and I EcoCashed the guy 500 bucks. And then I told him Mr. So and so is going to pay the rest. And then I confirmed with him, and he said Mr. So and so has already paid. So I'm like, okay, it's fine. That was around 10 a.m. Then around 1 a.m. the guy from the airline agency calls me. We could not, and they said we could not secure a seat for you. We could not secure a seat for you on the 8 a.m. flight tomorrow because your payment came in late. I'm like, I confirmed with you first before I paid. So how can you be telling me that my payment was late when I confirmed first? And it's like, my boss is furious. Basically he was telling me a bunch of nonsense. And then I told him, okay, what's the way forward? And it's like, you will have to upgrade to business class because we no longer have economy class vacancies. I'm like, we do not want to upgrade to business class. And I told him that if there is no vacancy in the economy class, please be free to refund us our money back. And he's like, yeah, my boss is furious, we do not do refunds. I'm like, guy, you cannot tell me that you do not do refunds when you're the one who messed up my booking in the first place. Then he's like, okay, it's fine, ma'am, let me refund you the money. I'm like, okay. That was around 2. And then we got to 3 o'clock, and then we got to 4 o'clock. No money came in. I called, and it's like, we are processing that amount right now. We are processing it. I'm like, it's fine. Then my boyfriend called him, and he told him a very different story from what he had told me. And then I started calling him, and then he started not picking up. And I told my boyfriend that they are not picking up, the airline people. And it's like, we've been scammed. Guys, that's how we got scammed 500 bucks. We called Econet so that we could maybe maybe they could help us get the money back. But when we called, the money had already been eco cashed out. So we got scammed and we never recovered that money. And if you are a business person, if you are a hardworking business person, you know how hard, you know how painful it is to lose money, to just lose money just like that, for nothing, for no reason. How to make such a loss when you're, and our business, it's not big yet. We're operating on a very small scale, a very small business, and to lose and such an amount as 500 bucks, it's really a big blow, guys. It's, oh my god. Guys, honestly I was really hurt when it happened. So let me go to my 3 tips on how to avoid getting scammed. Number 1, please do a background check. Guys, are you listening? Are you listening very well? Whenever you get a new client, a client that you have never dealt with before, please do a background check to check if their business is legit, to check if their business is legal. Because 1, you might get scammed like I did. I didn't do a background check, and I actually did a background check after I got scammed, and I actually got to find out that there were a lot of complaints on Facebook about the very same people that scammed me. If only I'd done a background search before. If I only had done if only. But then I can only say if only. But then you guys, I'm telling you so that you may know better and then you not get scammed. So always do a background search. Always do not forget that. So while you might get scammed like I was scammed. I was lucky I got scammed. Are you hearing what I'm saying? I was lucky I got scammed. Otherwise you might go to jail, because you'll be dealing with people who are doing illegal things. You'll just be deemed as an accessory to some crime. Do not do that, you guys. Do not be those guys who rot in jail for crimes that they did not commit. So always do a background check. Always. Legitimacy and legality, do not forget that. Okay, tip number 2. We are on tip number 2 now. If you get clients who are too eager to reveal their budgets to you, be very careful. They might not all be scammers, but be very careful about those type of clients. Because say for example, you are selling a product at maybe 200 bucks, and then you get a client who's like, oh, I want your product, my budget is 500 bucks. Be very careful of those people. Be very careful of those people, because I'm not saying they're all scammers, but then tread carefully, please, guys. Number three, tip number three. Okay, my third tip for you guys on how to not get scammed is to always check, always be careful. Be careful of clients who want you to fork money out of your pocket before they pay anything first, because you are the service provider. If they want you to travel to some place, if especially if the maybe the transport arrangement, if you're traveling by plane, so such that it costs a significant sum of money, please be very careful. Do not cover costs if you are not sure that the customer will reimburse you, and you can never be sure that the customer will reimburse you. So do not cover customers' costs, guys. I know that for some customers that you can only cover customers' cost once you have dealt with that customer and you trust that customer. If you want to protect your business interests, and if you want to protect your pocket, if you want to protect your business pocket, do not cover customers' costs, especially if they're new clients. For the old clients, the clients that you've already dealt with, that you're dealing with more often, then you can cover their costs, because you actually know their performance. You actually know that you will not have any problems with them. But new customers do not have that privilege. So be very careful. Remember, guys, background search. Do always do a background search on your clients. Number two, be careful of customers or clients who reveal their budget too soon, who are very eager to reveal their overstated budgets, to be exact. Number three, do not fork out money for new clients. Do not fork out money first if you are the one who's providing the service. Please do not be the first to fork out money for transport, for food, for anything, even for materials. If it's a new client, they have to pay first, then you provide the service. Okay, now I'm going to give 2 bonus tips from those people who are just starting out their businesses. Tip number one. When you are starting out, when you are just starting out your business, when your business is very small, because I'm telling you this, guys, because I have, this is kind of the zone that I'm in. I'm still starting out, yeah, but then my business it's now close to, okay, which business am I talking about? Because I have so many. Not so many, but then I have a number of businesses. Oh, very small, by the way. And my top priority is to work on towards growing my businesses. But then I feel like I have experienced some things. I do not have that much experience, but I have some experience. So tip number one, when you are for people who are starting out their businesses, when you are just starting out and you are still small and you want to penetrate the market, okay, when you're just starting out, okay, your main objective is to penetrate the market. How do you penetrate the market? You penetrate the market through pricing your products competitively. What do I mean by competitive pricing? Competitive pricing is when you price your goods or services slightly lower than the market average, so that you can attract customers, so that customers can be attracted to you. And because basically it's because no one knows you, no one has tasted your products, no one, you do not have a history, you do not have your business does not have goodwill yet. Nobody knows you, so you want to make people know you. And every rational consumer wants to get everything for a cheaper price. So if you price your products slightly lower than the market average, then you will see that you will get a lot of customers. Most customers will be switching to your products. So when customers then switch to your product, then after you might price your products competitively for like 6 months. Then when you see that you have your desired customer base now, then you gradually increase your prices. Do not increase your prices like in one go, just like that. Do not do that, because you will scare away your clients, you will scare away your customers, and then customers will go back to their original service providers. So you gradually increase the prices even increasing the prices by 50 cents. You might just say this month you increase by 50 cents, or you increase by 10 cents until you reach that desired market average price. Okay, that was tip number 1. Tip number 2, when you're just starting out in business, profit is not your main goal, unless you are not looking at the bigger picture. Because if you're looking at the bigger picture and you actually want your business to grow, then your main goal will be surviving in the market. You will not be looking for a quick buck. So your main goal will be actually trying to survive in the market. So if your main goal is trying to survive in the market, do not be too eager to get profit. All successful businessmen and women are very patient, because business requires patience, guys. You have to be patient, very patient, if you want your business to grow. Because growth of the business, in most cases, not in every case, growth of the business in most cases will result in more profit in the long run. But in the short run, you might actually experience losses. So be very patient when it comes to profit. Do not be too eager for profits, because if you're too eager for profits, you might operate for 3 months, then you don't get your desired profits, then you say this business is not viable, and then you give up. Bonus, because these 2 tips that I gave you, they are bonuses. Then bonus on top of the bonus, the bonus tip is the bonus tip. Okay, the bonus tip is that do not be afraid to invest. Especially if you're starting out and you're still a small business, do not be afraid to invest. Invest as much as you can, as long as you are very sure, as long as your market research tells you that you will make profit, as long as you're sure that your business is viable and everything, and you have done your market research. Do not be afraid to invest, even if you're making losses. Even if you're making losses at that moment, look at the bigger picture, guys. Look at the bigger picture, because it's not about today, it's about the future. What will you be making in the future? What will your business result to in the future? So you guys, that is all that I had. The 3 tips about how to not get scammed, and the 3 tips again, because they ended up being 3, and the 3 tips to people who are just starting out their businesses. That was all on this segment of Business with Maxine. Oh, okay, guys. Do not forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and do not forget to recommend my videos, guys. Okay, and I will see you next week on Wednesday. I will be uploading new videos on Wednesday every week. So I will see you next week on Wednesday, guys. Do not stop hustling. Do not stop working hard. Do not stop praying. Always put God first. I love you guys. Have a good week.